Hi guys, it's Amy and this is Amy by Nature. How you all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday guys and we will be doing our Christmas in July and our story time. So we're going to get moving on with our Christmas in July and we'll see who is where this video. I hope you've all had a great week so far. Our first one in number one is Julie's Pages, this cute little Sandman, and we've got 50 pence in rollover, so that's our number one spot today. Our number two spot is this one here from Becca Budget 777, What? Never Seen Santa in a Floaty, and we have got 25 in rollover for this one. Our number three spot today is one of mine, Christmas on the Beach, and it has got 25 pence in rollover. And then our number four spot today is this Santa and Rudolph having a bit of a relax on the beach, and this is from Nurse Court Budgets. Next, we have got this one here from Shades Budget, and it's in a collab with Agape Book Club and Paper Company, and it's Christmas in July with the flip-flops, and we have got 75 because these are one each, so we haven't got enough to make one up yet. Then we have got this one here from Budgeting with Kim, and it's Berry Best Friends. So cute, and we only need one to finish, and so we only need 25 pence left because we've got 25 pence in rollover. Our next one here is from Mary Love Country Living, Merry Christmas and her flip-flops, and we have got 50 pence in rollover here. And then in our number 8 spot today we have got this one from Saving with Tiffany, this absolutely gorgeous Christmas gnome in a seaside, decorated with seashells and Christmassy, and it's just gorgeous. And we have got 25 pence rollover on this. So we have got our 4-sided dice, and we have got 20 in 25s and 50s and 20 in buyback 2s. So we're going to roll the dice and see what everyone is getting. So number 1 is getting 1, 3, 1, 4, 1 again, 3, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, 4, 1, and 4, and then we've got 1 left over, which we're going to put on this one. So we'll be starting on challenge number 6 once we see what we can condense with buybacks. So number 1, we've got 51, 52, 53. So let us take 3 for this one, 2 for this one even, and put that on there. And then number 2 has got, let me just make sure we've got these in order. There we go. 51, 52, 53, 54. So we can take all those back and put down 2, which 2 of the 2s, which is awesome. And then we have got 51, 52, 225. So let's take that 2 and put down 1. And then we have got 51, 52, 50, 250. So let's keep a 50 and put down a 2. And then we have got let's get this in order, shall we? We have got 51, 52, 53, 54, 425. So let's take this 4 and put down, oopsie, 2. And then we have got 51, 50, 175. So we don't have enough to condense that one down yet. And then this one we have got 51, 50, 175 on that one. And then this one we have got 51, 52, 53, 325. So let us take 125 and put that 2 there, and we can put that on there, and we're going to start on this one here for our next round. So we've got 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 4. We've got 2 left, and that is a 2, so it's ended on there. So let's see if we can condense this one down at all now. I'm pretty sure we can. So we have got 51, 52, 53, 325. So let's take 125 and a 2 for this one. And then let's see if we can do this one. We've only got 1 buyback 2 left. So let's see what we've got going on here. We've got 51, 52, 53, 50, 375. So let us take, that's 150, 2, and that's 120, 175, and put that down. So we're going to start on this one for the last round. We've only got a few left, so that's will be a short round. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we've got 2, 3, and we've got 2 left. So we'll just put it on that one. So let us get these together and we'll see what is going on. Oopsie, I've lost the challenge for this one. Put that in there. Here we go. So we only needed 3 to finish this one, and we have got in total 2, 50, 3, 50, 4, 50, 5, 50, 550. So let's take 3 and we'll do a green, I think, today, and cross off these, and that's saving us a 4 in here. So we have got 2, 3 and 4, and this one was from Julie's Pages, and we need a new tiny. I'm going to have to see about getting more tinies because I don't have as many of them, I don't think, as I do minis. So this one here is from Homemaking with Heather, and we're going to do one each on these. So we've got 50, 51, 50, 250. So we can score off 2 of those and have 50 as rollover for next time, for Monday. And next we have got this Santa in a Floaty from Becca Budget 777. And let's see what we've got going on here. We have got 2, 4, 50, 5, 550, 6, and these are 50 pence each. Is that 6? So definitely 6. 2, 4, 5, 6, yes. So we've got 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So that's awesome. So far in here we now have 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. This one is going to be a good saver. So, oh no, we're not finished that one, are we? So I'll put that one there. Next we have got My Christmas on the Beach, and we have got in total 2, 50, 3, 50, 4, 50, 5, 5, 25, and these are 1 each. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we've got 25 left rollover, and we should have 9 in here. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we are close to finishing this one. Let's put that in the front. Our next one is from Nurse Court Budgets, and we have got 2, 50, 3, 50, 4, and these are 50 pence each. So we've got 51, 52, 53, 54. So we should have 5 in here altogether. So 2, 3, 4, oh, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 25 left over. So we can put that as rollover for next week. And then we have got this one from Shades Budget, and it's in a collab with Agape Book Club and Paper Company. And we have in here 2, 4, 55, 6, 7. Let me just double count that. 2, 4, 55, 56, 57. So we can cross off 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 for our Christmas in July from Miranda and Greta. Next we have got Budgeting with Kim, and we only needed 50 pence to finish this one. So we got 2, 53, 325. So let's just take a 50 and score off this one, this last one. And we should have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 altogether. So we've got 5, 7, 9 and 10. That is correct. So let's put a wee 10 there on that bear's bottom. And we need a new mini. So let us grab one here. And this one is from Always Angela XOXO. And it's like Karami, I think that's how you say it. And it's Jingle All of July. And we have got 275. I'm going to make these 50 each. So we've got 51, 52, 50. And that means we can put 25 in as rollover for next time. And then we are going on to Saving with Tiffany and the gorgeous Christmas Seaside Gnome. And we have got 250, 350, 450, 550, 6 in here. So we're going to do these at 50 pence each. So we've got 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 50 and 6. 56. 6 going into Saving with Tiffany. And we have got Mary Love Country Living. And in total we have got in here 250, 350, 450, 550, and we only needed 2 to finish this one. So let's colour in this one, and this will be saving as 5. So let's take the 2 here. So we've got 2, 4 and 5 going in there, and we need another new challenge. Let us grab one from here. Let us grab another bauble from Terry at It Is Not Too Late. And we have got 51, 52, 53, 350. And these are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do these at 50 pence each. So we've got 51, 52, 53, 1, 2, 3, 50, 350. There we go. Going into this one from It Is Not Too Late, Terry. So that is all our minis and tinies today. And we will move on to our story time with Amy. We are on our last Viking picture today. I am going to be working on my next set of pictures. I'm going to try and get 1 or 2 done, and I'll try and get them up on my Ko-Fi as soon as possible. So I am going to colour this in and get on with the next part of our story.
Chapter 3, The Cowkish Race and the Long Tail. They were indeed a queer-looking party that assembled on the bank, the birds with draggled feathers, the animals with their fur clinging close to them, and all of them dripping wet, cross and uncomfortable. The first question, of course, was how to get dry again. They had a consultation about this, and after a few minutes it seemed quite natural to Alice to find herself talking familiarly with them, as if she had known them all her life. Indeed, she had quite a long argument with the Lorry, who turned out to be sulky and would only say, "I'm older than you and must know better." And this Alice would not allow, without knowing how old it was, and as the Lorry positively refused to tell its age, there was no more to be said. At last the Mouse, who seemed to be a person of some authority amongst them, called out, "Sit down, all of you, and listen to me. I'll soon make you dry enough." They all sat down at once, in a large ring, with the Mouse in the middle. Alice kept her eyes anxiously fixed on it, for she felt sure she would catch a bad cold if she did not get dry very soon. "Ahem," said the mouse with an important air. "Are you all ready? This is the driest thing I know. Silence all around, if you please." William the Conqueror, whose cause was favoured by the Pope, was soon submitted to by the English, who wanted leaders, and had been of late much accustomed to usurpation and conquest. Edwin and Morcar, the Earls of Mercia and Northumbria. "Oh," said the Lorry with a shiver. "I beg your pardon," said the mouse, frowning but very politely. "Did you speak?" "Not I," said the Lorry hastily. "I thought you did," said the mouse. "I proceed. Edwin and Morcar, the Earls of Mercia and Northumbria, declared for him, and even Stigand, the patriotic Archbishop of Canterbury, found it advisable." "Found what?" said the duck. "Found it," the mouse replied rather crossly. "Of course you know what it means." "I know what it means well enough when I find a thing," said the duck. "It generally means a frog or a worm. The question is, what did the Archbishop find?" The mouse did not notice this question, but hurriedly went on. "Found it advisable to go with Edgar Atheling to meet William and offer him the crown. William's conduct at first was moderate, but the insolence of his Normans—" "How are you getting on now, my dear?" it continued, turning to Alice as it spoke. "As wet as ever," said Alice in a melancholy tone. "It doesn't seem to dry me at all." "In that case," said the dodo solemnly, rising to its feet, "I move that the meeting adjourn, for the immediate adoption of more energetic remedies." "Speak English," said the eaglet. "I don't know the meaning of half of those long words, and what's more, I don't believe you do either." And the eaglet bent down its head to hide a smile. Some of the other birds tittered audibly. "What I was going to say," said the dodo in an offended tone, "was that the best way to get us dry would be a cowkish race." "What is a cowkish race?" said Alice. Not that she much wanted to know, but the dodo had paused as if it thought that somebody ought to speak, and no one else seemed inclined to say anything. "Why," said the dodo, "the best way to explain it is to do it. And as you might like to try the thing yourself some winter day, I will tell you how the dodo managed it. First, it marked out a race course in a sort of circle. The exact shape doesn't matter, it said. And then all party were placed along the course, here and there. There was no 1, 2, 3 and away, but they began running when they liked and left off where they liked, so it was not easy to know when the race was over. However, when they had been running half an hour or so and were quite dry again, the dodo suddenly called out, "The race is over!" and they all crowded around it, panting and asking, "But who's won?" This question the dodo could not answer without a great deal of thought, and it stood for a long time with one finger pressed upon its forehead, the position in which you usually see Shakespeare in the pictures of him, while the rest waited in silence. At last the dodo said, "Everybody has won, and all must have prizes." "But who is to give the prizes?" Quite a chorus of voices asked. "Why, she, of course," said the dodo, pointing to Alice with one finger, and the whole party at once crowded around her, calling out in a confused way, "Prizes! Prizes!" Alice had no idea what to do, and in despair she put her hand in her pocket and pulled out a box of comfits. Luckily, the salt water had not got into it, and handed them round as prizes. There was exactly one apiece all around. "But she must have a prize herself, you know," said the mouse. "Of course," said the dodo, replied very gravely. "What else have you got in your pocket?" it went on, turning to Alice. "Only a thimble," said Alice sadly. "Hand it over here," said the dodo. Then they all crowded round her once more, while the dodo solemnly presented the thimble, saying, "We beg your acceptance of this elegant thimble." And when it had finished this short speech, they all cheered. Alice thought the whole thing very absurd, but they all looked so grave that she did not dare to laugh, and as she could not think of anything to say, she simply bowed and took the thimble, looking as solemn as she could. The next thing was to eat the comfits. This caused some noise and confusion, as the large birds complained that they could not taste theirs, and the small ones choked and had to be patted on the back. However, it was over at last, and they sat down again in a ring and begged the mouse to tell them something more. "You promised me to tell your history, you know," said Alice. "And why is it that you hate C and D?" she added in a whisper, half afraid that she would be offended again. "Mine is a long and sad tale," said the mouse, turning to Alice and sighing. "It is a long tale, certainly," said Alice, looking down with wonder at the mouse's tail. "But why do you call it sad?" And she kept on puzzling about it while the mouse was speaking, so that her idea of the tale was something like this. "Fury said to a mouse that he met in a house, 'Let us both go to law. I will prosecute you. Come, I'll take no denial. We must have the trial. For really this morning I've nothing to do,' said the mouse to the cur. 'Such a trial, dear sir, with no jury or judge, would be wasting our breath.' 'I'll be the judge, I'll be the jury,' said the cunning old Fury. 'I'll try the whole cause and condemn you to death.'" "You are not attending," said the mouse to Alice severely. "What are you thinking of?" "I beg your pardon," said Alice very humbly. "You had got to the fifth bend, I think." "I had not," cried the mouse sharply and very angrily. "A knot," said Alice, always ready to make herself useful, and looking anxiously about her. "Oh, do let me help to undo it." "I shall do nothing of the sort," said the mouse, getting up and walking away. "You insult me by talking such nonsense." "I didn't mean it," pleaded poor Alice, "but you're so easily offended, you know." The mouse only growled in reply. "Please come back and finish your story," Alice called after it, and the others all joined in chorus. "Yes, please do." But the mouse only shook its head impatiently and walked a little quicker. "What a pity it wouldn't stay," sighed the Lory, as soon as it was quite out of sight, and an old crab took the opportunity of saying to her daughter, "Ah, my dear, let this be a lesson to you never to lose your temper." "Hold your tongue, ma," said the young crab a little snappishly. "You're enough to try the patience of an oyster." "I wish I had our Dinah here. I know I do," said Alice aloud, addressing nobody in particular. "She'd soon fetch it back." "And who is Dinah, if I might venture to ask the question?" said the Lory. Alice replied eagerly, for she was always ready to talk about her pet. "Dinah's our cat, and she's such a capital one for catching mice. You can't think. And oh, I wish you could see her after the birds. Why, she'll eat a little bird as soon as look at it." This speech caused a remarkable sensation among the party. Some of the birds hurried off at once. One old magpie began wrapping itself up very carefully, remarking, "I really must be getting home. The night air doesn't suit my throat." And a canary called out in a trembling voice to its children, "Come away, my dears, it's high time you were all in bed." On various pretexts they all moved off, and Alice was soon left alone. "I wish I hadn't mentioned Dinah," she said to herself in a melancholy tone. "Nobody seems to like her down here, and I'm sure she's the best cat in the world. Oh, my dear Dinah, I wonder if I ever shall see you any more." And here poor Alice began to cry again, for she felt very lonely and low-spirited. In a little while, however, she again heard a little pattering of footsteps in the distance, and she looked up eagerly, half hoping that the mouse had changed his mind and was coming back to finish the story.
Okay, guys, that is our last picture on our Viking page complete. And we are putting in 5 for that one today. So we have got 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. And this page is now complete. And like I say, I will get the next, hopefully, couple made up and put onto my Ko-Fi just as soon as I can. Thank you so much for coming along and spending some time with me. Please like, comment, subscribe and share. And until I see you again, guys, take care. Bye.